about something over there. Here's 3 mana for Jet. He's got a Whirl of Virtuoso. Jim could not care any less.
Jim with his hand down on the table, just saying, yeah, that resolves.
Yep.
That's the Jim Davis I know.
Yeah, me too. Me too. He's going to draw a card here since he has the City's Blessing. Yes. Jody Keith very quickly up a game over Andy Truong. Lands very quickly up a game over Enchantress. And then you've got Todd Stevens down a game with his Green-White Company deck against Elves. Elves, not a good matchup for Todd. Just tell you that right now.
No, it's not. He has a lot of nonsense in his deck for that kind of matchup.
And now Jim has Search for his Kanta going. Wow, Jim is just, this is heaven on earth for Jim.
I know. Look at all the transforming. He's got the City's Blessing.
He could draw a card.
Desert Synergies.
Yeah, all of his lands do something.
He's got this has got to make R&D pretty happy.
Who is playing lands here, Jody or Jim? Huh? Here's a Baffling End. Going to cash in a little bit of energy, make a couple Thopters. Jim is, how do you have so much energy? Well, he hasn't really used it on anything.
Yeah.
A couple Virtuosos, a hub. I haven't really seen him use it on anything. There we go. Baffling going to take care of that.
Yeah, and unlike previous enchantments in the space, you can just exile it because it's not tracked to the Baffling End.
Mm-hmm. There's an irrigated farmland, and there we go. Cycle, a Canyon Slough will jet Pinckard. Now we're untapping, and we're soon to be drawing. Jet's got some heavy sideboarding to do for game number 2. I'll tell you that much. Assuming he's got the tools to do some heavy sideboarding.
Yep. In game 1, he's just on too much creature removal here.
Yep, May's one of those. I guess Spire's one of those, technically. Jim going to take 1. Fall back down to 20. I do have on my bingo board, player gains 6+ life in the game. Fumigate gained him like 3.
Yeah.
All right, so I got like 3 to go. Oh, you just resolve an approach. It's an easy spot.
Hold on, how much does it gain in a turn?
Player gains 6+ life in a game.
So hold on. Okay. So you've got Transformer card, and I've got Transformer Rivals of Ixalan card.
Yeah.
I have player wins the game with approach, and you have gain 6 life in 1 turn,
yeah,
which happens the first time you cast approach, and works with all the non-approach cards that exist.
Yeah.
This is some shoddy.
It's a busy week at SCG. Nick didn't have a lot of time to work on the boards, or at least on your board.
This is shoddy.
At least on your board. Look, we want to see a winner happen, right? Dude, great work by Nick. Good job. Patrick is fuming. Good job by Nick.
It's like your board has player activates non-basic land, and mine has player activates Sorrow's Path.
Here's an Essence Scanner on Torrential Curehawk. I don't know. Isn't there a new card that transforms? No, those are all.
No, those are all from the first set.
Those are all from the first one. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think I was going to get the City's Blessing. I will say that. Oh, that was pretty unlikely. Here's the Scarab God. It's a good Magic card to get targeted by Cast Out. Oh, Jim, going to take the damage instead of Spiresing one of them.
Well, I think he's just using the mana to draw cards, would be my guess.
Using his life total as a resource, are we? What is this? We're going to Mind.
What a deal.
Yeah. 6 mana, 2 cards. And now, yes, we will do a little Ascanta. That is an Hour of Promise. Okay.
This is delightful.
I actually kind of like this do nothing deck.
This is sweet.
Yeah. Mana's like pretty nice. Picked up a copy of Baffling End. I wonder what he's going to Hour for next. Do you have any other Spicers in there?
4 Ibni Rivulets, Shephet Dunes, a Haship Oasis, 2 Desert, the Abominable, Scavenger Grounds, the Arch, which he already has, and then cycling lands and basics.
All right, here's a Cast Out. See you later, Scarab God. That's gone forever. Grixis really can't get that off the battlefield.
Sleeves backup.
Yeah. Member of Team BCW is Jim Davis, along with Todd Stevens as well. These guys not having the tournament they want just yet at 2-1-1 right now, but they're certainly capable of running off 4 or 5 wins in a row to make day number 2. Let's see what comes next here for Jim. Gift of Paradise. Trigger, gain a little bit of life.
And now here's the follow-up hour of promise.
More lands, more zombies. And he's got the Spire ready. Couple, he might be thinking milieu?
Sure.
Okay.
And just get the zombies anyway.
Yeah. This deck is adorable. Played Desert. Is that this a green desert?
This is a cycling desert.
Yeah, Desert of the Indomitable. Yeah, that's dead.
It's just one more desert to tutor for. Low opportunity cost. Another cycling land. Fits right in.
Does enter the battlefield tapped.
Sure. Well, so do your other cycling lands.
Yeah, it's just, no, could be tough when you need to fumigate on 5. Is he playing Settle the Wreckage? Yeah, 3. Okay. 3 Settle, 3 Fumigate. That's kind of the package you normally see there in these approach decks. Well, Todd Stevens is dead.
Not surprising.
No, not at all. Don't think his deck can ever beat Elves, so that was quick. We'll see if Jody can get the W for his squad. Keith currently up a game with the lands over Enchantress. Hiya, draw a card with the Arch. Jim gonna play another Desert of the Indomitable. Pass the turn back.
Not trying to cycle.
Yep.
There's more mana, please.
Yeah, as many lands you can give me. I'm gonna start milling you out, maybe. All right, there's another removal spell. Braid's gonna kill a zombie. Gonna head back over to Pinckard. In there, we gonna maze one of these? Yep. So Spire 1, take 1. Fall down to 19. And now he will activate as Kanta. Aha, there are the approaches of them, their sons. Let me get the old Stamperoo ready.
Yeah, you're gain 6.
I think we're going to see a little gain 6 here. That's a really bad board spot. That's all I'm going to say. It's a free roll, though. I'll take
I don't
it.
mind. My criticism is not you have gain 6. That's fine. My problem is you have gain 6 when I have approach resolves a second time.
There's approach. That resolve?
And obviously you just
Yeah,
conceded
Evans
it.
concedes. Yep. Bang! Bang! Jim Davis going to win game number 1 here over Jet Pinckard. Bant approach will win game number 1 over Grixis Energy. A very difficult matchup for Jet, to be sure. He has a sideboard he's going to go to. Jim will as well. And we'll get ready for that in just a moment. But first, a word from our sponsors. Why am I talking like this?
Go.
We're back. Jim Davis, Jet Pinckard, Bant Approach, Grixis Energy. Let's look at the sideboards. Let's start with Jet, who's got to turn some things around. He's got 3 Negates, 2 Duress, 2 Lost Legacy, 2 Search for his content, 2 Sweltering Suns. And Ongarth, the Flame Chain, and a Braid, a Chandra's Defeat, and a Vraska's Contempt. He actually has a lot of good cards here.
Yeah, Negate, Duress, and Lost Legacy, Search for his Kanta, all major upgrades over his, Magma Spray, Ravenous Chupacabra type of cards in this matchup.
Other side of things here for Jim, 4 Regal Caracal, 3 Negate, 2 Jace's Defeat, 2 Desert's Hold, a Baffling, and a Fragmentize, and Rahar! 2 Carnage Tyrant.
I think it's fine to bring in maybe the Jace's Defeats, a little narrowed here. Maybe the Negates. I think I would want to keep this pretty much the same. I would not want to do a lot of heavy sideboarding here. I think his game 1 is a lot better. His game 1 plan is a lot better than siding into the creatures. His counter spells don't necessarily line up against everything the right way, so he might do a little bit of that stuff, but I would keep it light.
Fair enough. Those are the options there for both players. We're all tied up in Legacy, by the way. Enchantress and Land's going to get ready for game number 3. And Jim Davis and Jet Pinckard are going to be underway here in just a moment. Jim Davis, a player we've seen a lot on the SCG Tour the past handful of years. Remember, he is a former Players Champion, is DJJD. And he's got a nice little brew here. That is pretty fun to watch, I must say, with this Bant Approach deck. And it's been fun watching Jim play over the past handful of years. Finally got those open wins, team top 8s, and that PCW.
Yeah, and he plays a little bit different for him. He plays a lot of control decks in Standard, but it's much more in the space of all instance pass with all my mana. This is much more of a main phase tap out sort of control deck, which is cool and different.
33-year-old from Long Island, New York, 13 open top 8s, 2 open wins. Roller hockey guy at Stony Brook University. He still does play bass with that band, Teach Me Human. Does Magic full time. He writes articles, he streams, he coaches, he travels to events, wins at a lot of them too. That is a member of Team BCW. It's Jim Davis as we get ready here for his second game. These players will be given the green light here in just a moment. And with any luck, we'll be able to jump over to Jody Keith as well here. But we'll watch our second game as these players take a look at their opening hands. It looks like Jet is happy, Jim not so sure.
Jody streams a lot of Magic under the handle Nola Gold. I suggest giving him a watch. I don't watch a whole lot of streams, but I try to hop into Jody's for a few minutes here and there.
Jody's the man.
Yeah.
Jody's the man. Ether Hub, search for his Kanta. Fast that turn back.
Yep.
Oh, let's make it a search for his Kanta mirrors. Jim's going to fall down to 19. Let's go over to Jet Pinckard. Take a look with search.
So I've mentioned this a few times, some variation of this. Search helps you in a long game, and this is shaping up to be a long game. So it's good for Jet to have his search for his Kanta, but he actually has to be able to win late for this to amount to much of anything. And I question whether or not he can win going long.
Negate's going to take care of that Spring. Hasn't taken care of Mind just yet. 1 card in the graveyard there for each player. Let's make it 2 as the Siphoner is going to go to the bin. 3 mana. Lost Legacy. Well, there go your approaches, dude. And Jim's got a lot of creatures in hand. You can see that. Carnage Tyrant, 2 Caracals, a Fumigate, and a Desert of the Indomitable.
Yeah, I was curious to see how much of the creature stuff he's going to put in. I thought his game 1 setup was very good, but definitely good for him to have the creatures in now that he's been hit with Lost Legacy.
Let's take a look at Lost Legacy, shall we? As Jim has only left in, it looks like 2 copies of Approach of the Second Sun. It'd be a shame if Jet were to miss one of those, but it looks as though Jim has prepared himself accordingly for Lost Legacy. A lot of black decks are going to have that in the sideboard. And Lost Legacy is kind of the fix for black decks against Approach. It's kind of just their go-to weapon. Black, 1, name a non-artifact, non-land card. Search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name and exile them. That player shuffles his or her library, then draws a card for each card exiled from hand this way. That is Lost Legacy. Here is Spring for Jim.
Great draw there.
Mm-hmm. That'll get him, it looks like, a Plains. And now Jim will play a Desert of the Indomitable, and that means the Caracals are going to start coming next turn.
And the Carnage Tyrants.
Rawr. Torrential Gearhawk, go away.
Yeah, Pinckard needs mana 2. He's now milled over 2 spells on the hunt for some mana.
There's a land in Fetid Pools. Here's a Whirler Virtuoso. 3 energy on the way as long as he remembers the trigger, which he will. Well, Whirler Virtuoso going to be outclassed here by Caracal and potentially Carnage Tyrant on the very next turn. We'll go over to Jim Davis. He's going to put Fumigated in the graveyard. He'll draw a card. That's land 6. Yeah, let's get a Carnage Tyrant out here. The big dino. Let's take a look at Carnage Tyrant, a card that a lot of people were excited about upon Ixalan's release. Hasn't really seen a lot of play yet, but this is a pretty darn good spot for it.
A lot of numbers. Hard to kill.
Oh, we got a new card party going on here. Carnage Tyrant on one side of the battlefield, and we've got Ongrath on the other.
So the mode here is discard and Jim takes 2, I believe.
Loses 2 life.
Loses 2 life.
Important to know.
Can't fight over planeswalkers.
Correct.
Yep.
There's the Flame Chain. 5 mana, 4 loyalty. Going to bring it up to 5 with the +1. Not going to use a -3 right now. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. That thing's got hexproof, so can't really use that. It gains haste until end of turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step if it has random and costs 3 or less. So got a plus Ongrath, will Jet. Jim's going to lose 2 life and lose a card, so Fumigate's going to go to the graveyard. I think we might see a Carnage Tyrant get a little hungry towards that Planeswalker.
Time to eat.
Yep.
Oh, Regal Caracal and the City's Blessing. have you considered that? There's so many permanents.
That's a lot of permanents. That is a lot of permanents.
It hadn't struck me until I just saw it.
That's just great deck building.
My God.
That's great deck building. Well, it might be time to make a Thopter.
It's a tough one to manage with jump blocking.
You think so? This Furious Dinosaur? I wish I had Matthias' hand puppet dinosaur right now. Carnage Tyrant might be kind of like a mirror breaker. People go to the Caracal, you just got this giant dinosaur. It's bigger than Torrential Gear Hulk. Pretty nice, actually. And Jet's thinking about making a Thopter here. What Jet's actually thinking is, I hope that Andy wins. I think that's what he's actually thinking.
Yeah, there's no way for Jet to chump block out of this unless he's willing to put the Whirler Virtuoso in front.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, what are you even doing? You know?
Oh, no, the Arch. The Caracal.
It's Blessing. It's the Cats.
Yep.
Cats. There's so many permanents.
Yep. We are doing it.
Ah.
Get him 2 cats and a City's Blessing. Thank you.
Jim, so far, the star of the show.
Easy. Easy, easy best match we've watched so far. 1-2. Well, Jet's going to make a Thopter.
Somewhat outclassed on the battlefield here.
A bit. A little bit, yeah. Search for Iskanta. What's this card?
Chandra, which is, you know,
sucks.
just another speed bump for the card.
Yeah.
Siren.
I guess it can kill the Caracal. Might be worth it.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's better than his average draw step, but I don't know where this really gets you.
Yeah. I'm not sure Jet knows either. He's going to ask Matt, his teammate, who's already won his match. Chandra's going to go away.
Someone get a tape to this to the design team. They'll be thrilled.
Yeah.
City's Blessing along with Regal Caracal, Carnage Tyrant being awesome.
Our Promise making zombies.
Our Promise making zombies.
Let's see what this is. That's okay. All right, that's a magic card.
Yeah.
The Scarab God is a real thing. It's smaller than the Tyrant.
Yeah, but this is a way to hang around for sure.
You know, the Scarab God should be smaller than a dinosaur. That's good flavor. Take a look at the top card here. Let's search for Iskanta. Jim, he wants that card. Can we get some more City Blessings card in this deck?
What else would you want to play?
I don't know. I just want another one. It's so easy to get the City's Blessing, it looks like.
So remember, Jim does have his 1 copy of Scavenger Ground, so we can manage the Scarab God that way, should it come to it?
Yeah, it's true.
And he's theoretically offering up a trade here. Worth noting that Scavenging Grounds, that gets the Scarab God for good, should Jet block that way. Also keep in mind if Jet blocks with the Scarab God and something like Cast Out should happen, that's it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Karnstein's going to come across there for 7. So we're all good there. Now here's Hour of Promise. We're going to go searching. A couple deserts too. Yeah, this deck can actually take kind of an aggressive slant after sideboard.
Yep.
You got Caracals, you got the Tyrant, you got Hour of Promise making zombies. So maybe he has, does he have Hasep Oasis?
He has 1.
Okay, so we can use that. Looks like he's actually going to grab one of those.
Pump the Karnstein.
Yep.
They already couldn't block.
I'm picking up what you're putting down here, Jim.
Yes.
I'm picking it up. Jim did say coming into this weekend he had 2 sweet ones between this and the Heroic deck.
This is sweet.
This is the sweet one. This is the sweet one. He's been hard at work. We'll have a deck tech with him a little bit later today. Trust me. He's this is a nice one. Built himself up a nice little battlefield. Has Search for his Kanta going. He sideboarded some number of approaches out so that Lost Legacy wouldn't just beat him straight up. I'm sure if he was playing in the mirror, he's got all of these. He's got all of these blue deserts, the Inept Ruins, so he can mill you out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jim. Oh, Jim. I'm getting the vapors here, Jim. Oh, we got the Scarab God going. Okay. Scarab God's going to get back Torrential Gearhulk. All right. So that's Eternal. Now it gets to do a little graveyard action. What's it going to hit? Nothing really, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a negate, but that's,
That's nothing.
I think it's just a body.
Okay. So now there will be some triggers here with the Scarab God and Search for his Kanta. All right. All right, so there's a Spire Bluff coming out. It's going to end the battlefield tapped. And pass the turn back. So not a lot going on here for Jet. All the fun's on this side of the table here. It's Jim Davis time. Search for his Kanta. He wants that one. How many searches in Jim's deck?
He has 2.
Wow, that's it? Man.
Every deck that I see 2.
Yeah.
I think it's a legendary thing. I think it's like the game goes on for a long time. I don't know. I don't know if it's right, but I know that's what I see.
I don't know if you can play 4. Like the first one's so good, but 4 is a lot.
Yep.
And drawing the second one sucks.
Yep.
All right.
Although in theory you should have control over drawing the second one once you have the first one.
Sure.
But still.
What is this? Ixalan's Binding.
Yeah, imagine this is for the Scarab God.
Okay, that's gone forever. Get in there with that dinosaur.
Yeah, the question is what else and if you want to use the Oasis to facilitate any attacks here.
Ooh, looks like he might be using the Oasis.
All right.
Throw away a Stinky Desert. What? No!
Yep. Ability on a desert is activated.
All right. Beatdowns. Beat down a clock. That Carnage Tyrant is not happy.
No. And he does not have enough to put in front.
No. That is a really mad dinosaur. The Carnage Tyrant's not 10 power with Trample.
Oh, yeah.
So he blocks Caracal. Let me see. Biggest creature.
Well, he has to block the Caracal and the 2 zombies to survive.
Okay.
So that's the block. And that's because the Carnage Tyrant is 10. I suppose if he's just concerned about saving damage, putting the Torrential Gear Hulk in front of the Carnage Tyrant saves the most damage, but I believe that he could just block the 2 zombies and the Caracal and go to 1. I don't know if he's got, you know, any plan past that, but that keeps him alive and makes some inroads on Jim's board. So there you go. Well, this block's no good. Assuming that we have Pinckard's life total correct, this is 13.
You got to try again, yeah. That's not a great block. Remember, those cats are 2/2s because the Caracal's on the battlefield. So let's reorganize. Let's try again. 0 for 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Gear Hulk's big, all these things. Okay, so the Dino gave some beatdowns here on this attack. Okay,
and it's still alive. It's
yeah.
a 9 toughness.
Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not a bad turn.
Maybe you have some sort of sweeper. Well, let's see who goes deeper from this spot.
Yeah, I don't know what that sweeper could be.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But Searcher's Contra transformed.
Small victories.
That's cool.
Man, Carnage Tyrant has been awesome.
Yeah, we've seen enough here. Jim Davis is going to win this match easily over Jet Pinckard. 2-0. Bant approach destroys Grixis Energy. And now it's on Nola Gold for Jim's team, or will it be Andy Truong, excuse me, no L. Truong and Enchantress. I have no idea how that matchup goes either, by the way. Haven't tested that one exclusively. So hopefully we can jump over that legacy match, get our eyes on what's going on between Jody Keith and Andy Truong. But Jim's deck.
That was great. That was great.
Jim's deck is sweet. Jim's deck is sweet. Get a little life total update here. We jump in that way in just a minute, my friends. Trust me. On Jody's side, lands all the time. He's got a Grand Prix top 8 with lands, plenty of wins with lands. Team Open win with lands when he teamed with Tom Ross and Todd Stevens in Atlanta last year. Plays lands all the time on Magic Online when he's streaming.
You know, I know that occasionally it's criticized that I don't like control decks. That's not true. I like control decks that get the game over with. Elixir of Immortality, no good.
Yeah.
But accelerate your mana, you know, get some synergies going, and then approach or Carnage Tyrant someone out. I'm down. I'm down.
All right, here we go. Oh, now this is a battlefield right here. All right, Jody Keith. I got 2 Taigas, a Forest, a Wasteland, a Mox Diamond, a Windswept Heath, a Grove of the Burn Willows, Exploration, a bunch of cards in the graveyard, including Life from the Loam. Andy Truong, we're going to test my knowledge of Enchantress right now. There's our Gothian Enchantress. He's got an Enchantress's presence. 2 Explorations, a white card that I believe is Sacred Ground.
Yes, it is from Stronghold.
Nailed it. Okay. I'm seeing an Elephant Grass.
Yeah.
That's from Mirage?
Yes. No, Mirage or Visions.
Visions
I'm
1 and 2?
I'm not 100% sure.
Sarah's Sanctum, which is generating a lot of mana right now.
Or is it Saga?
Yep. Gonna do a little count here. It'll be 5. 5 white mana. Let's make it 6 for a Blood Sun.
Yes.
Which is a new card. Jody is going to sacrifice that Windswept Heath real fast.
And it's non-mana abilities, right? So the Nykthos and the Sarah Sanctum's still good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good deck building.
That is great.
Gonna search for a Sheltered Thicket, will Jody. So Blood Sun with a bunch of mana floating. And now potentially Blood Moon? He gets to draw a card from Blood Sun. And the Enchanter. Okay, sure. Forgot about that. So he gets to draw a card from Blood Sun's trigger, Argothian Enchantress, and Enchantress's presence. So
well,
long as he
maybe
did
it depends because the Enchantress effects are on cast, and if Truong announced his Blood Sun trigger, then he's down the Enchantress trigger.
You're right. You're
which
right.
I think was the case that Jody was arguing.
All right, so only 1. Another copy of the Sarah Sanctum. That's going to go away. Legendary after all. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is awesome. I've not covered an Enchantress matchup, I think, in 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And Andy's out here doing his thing. He's got a bunch of mana floating. He's going to use some of that mana to put it through Nykthos for green. So he'll be down 2 there. He'll be 5 green here. Thank you, director. player controls 5 or more artifacts or enchantments.
Yep.
Bang!
Got that covered. Oh, Blood Sun resolves.
Oh, you kidding?
No.
Okay. All right, you got it.
Sterling Grove.
Can't kill anything now. Draw a couple more cards. Replenish? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Talk to me.
What else we got here? A Wild Growth? Sure. Draw a couple more cards. 2, 3. Another Enchantress's Presence over there. A Pithing Needle. I wonder what that's going to name. I think Jody's dead, by the way.
Well, the question to me is if Truong can actually full win this turn. Because a lot of Enchantress decks, they don't necessarily go infinite, but they can drop their whole deck and kill in one turn. Or it's possible that Truong will just create something so overwhelming that Keith can't get out of the next turn. But
he's going to draw, like, I think 3 more cards to Enchantress's Presence and Argothian, maybe only 2. Okay, here comes the third one. He drew a copy of Oblivion Ring in one of his draws. He's going to sacrifice this with a draw on the stack to Sterling Grove. Because Sterling Grove lets you put an enchantment on top of your deck. So what are we going to go get?
Something so, I'm sure it's going to be sweet.
It's like Sigil of the Empty Thrones, maybe?
No, why bother? Oh, yeah. There you go.
Ah, the words!
Words of War.
Yes,
that's a fine way to do it.
Yes. He's also got a Humility here. Yeah, a Karmic Justice, sure. Sure. Perhaps get into the bubble. Let's take a look at Solitary Confinement. Let's go into the bubble. Make sure we can't lose. I haven't seen a confinement lock in a long time.
Yeah, bit a bit.
See what else we got here. Now, he's already played a land. He played a Serra Sanctum. So can't play that Forest.
No, he's got Explorations.
Oh, you're right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so now that's his third land. So Serra Sanctum plus Forest plus Plains because Explorations. All right, we're good. We're on the up and up. I think Jody's going to check just to make sure. And yeah, that Wild Growth should be on the Plains. Does Wild Growth say Enchant Forest?
No, it's Enchant Land.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, bubble. Draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miri's Guile.
Sweet.
Words of War. Okay. Where'd you get red mana from? Nykthos, I guess?
He had a Taiga.
Utopia Sprawl. That'll do it too. 2, 3, 4. Sure. All right, it's now words. Sure. All right, let's take a look at Words of War. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Jody says I'm going to have a response to your Words of War. Jody's going to go through his sideboard real quick. Words of War, 2 in a red from Onslaught. You pay 1. The next time you would draw a card this turn, Words of War deals 2 damage to target creature or player instead. This is how you win.
A beloved cycle of replacement effects and locking yourself out of your own draw step.
Correct. That's the win condition.
This card was busted and limited.
Yeah, pretty hard to beat. Pretty hard to beat. Wasn't really my time then.
Because in the Morph format you see, often your opponent spends their whole turn casting a 2/2,
yep.
and then you kill them and attack them with your 2/2s.
Yeah, I get it.
And you do that enough times, and even if they play something larger than a 2/2, you can start shooting them out of the game.
Yeah. Stands to reason it might be an okay card.
Yeah.
Might be okay. But I replace my draw. I don't get to draw a card. Don't you understand?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't get to draw a thing.
So I'm a little surprised. I guess he didn't have access to all the red mana in the world. I would have wanted to go through a little bit of effort to just get the Blood Moon on the table this turn also.
Just to fully lock them?
It's really hard for Joe to get everything that way.
Well, it is interesting because the Blood Moon starts off the Serra Sanctum.
Yeah, maybe he wants to wait a turn. It just seems like so safe to me. I don't know.
So this is where Jody just says, okay, you're dead. I don't know how. I legit don't know what Jody can do.
Through Solitary Confinement?
Yeah, like Confinement and all these enchantments.
Elephant Grass?
Yeah. Oh, here comes Todd Stevens in for the help.
Yes, now it's time.
So I'm getting a better look at Jim Davis here.
Jim Davis has F6 out of this match.
Yes. We're going to cycle Tranquil Thicket. And Jody is playing on. Getting a little look at the battlefield here. I'm not sure if he's posturing here or not. Jim looks like it's over.
I played against the squad last time in Baltimore. I played against Jody. I had to kill him. He did not.
You got to do it.
He did not. He did not pack to the omniscience in the 17 cantrips or whatever.
Okay.
Like I had to actually do the thing.
Here's a loam. He's going to get back Tranquil Thicket and Windswept Heath.
Gamely battling on.
Get that little beer to scratch. It's time to cycle again.
Time to. Gonna need a little help. Jim,
the contrast, I'm not even watching the game. I'm watching the contrast in body language.
Todd and Jody are so locked in.
Yep.
And Jim, pretty intense Magic player, is just not interested.
Yeah.
In
what are you two even doing?
What are you doing?
Jody going to dredge 3. Crows and Grip, Sphere of Resistance. I think Jody's trying not to laugh. I think he's trying to save face right now.
Yep.
All right, we loaming. Maybe we're not loaming. We're going to play Dark Depths.
No power.
Yep, no, does nothing.
Does nothing. Doesn't make mana.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, what now? Oh, Jim's brow furrowed. He's trying to figure out what the heck is happening.
What is going on here?
We're going to loam again.
Because Jim's I mean, he takes the team commitment very seriously. He's not going to just walk away from the match.
Nope.
But it's also, you know, Jody, I don't know what's in your deck exactly to. And next turn's going to be pretty bad, probably.
Probably.
I don't know for sure. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty.
Oh, Sphere of Resistance. That might slow him down.
Yeah, good luck working through that.
Yeah, that might slow him down. Okay. All that work for that. All right, let's see what Andy can do on his turn. See if he remembers his confinement, first of all.
Well, he's also got to remember the cumulative upkeep on Elephant Grass.
A
lot of triggers.
See what happens next. Discard Horizon Canopy to the bubble. Okay, can't draw a card. Don't forget that. Not his first time playing Enchantress, it appears. So here's an Enchantress's Presence.
I think that's an Argothian.
Oh no, you're Argothian Enchantress. You're right. My
Isn't
apologies.
he just dead from words and two enchantments?
Yes, yes. There's a judge call apparently. Yeah, let's go to the 3-shot. Let's go to that. Jody's gone. He's pieced out.
Yep. Asking the judge. Don't know if it's rules related. Don't know if it's draw step related. But it looked like Truong just announced he was going to his main phase because he can't draw with the confinement on the table.
Yep.
He discarded the Horizon Canopy.
Not sure what happened.
But I don't know. Well, we shall see.
Is Jim packing it in? Is Jim like, I'm finally out of here. I can't do this anymore?
Yeah.
I just want a camera. I just want like a GoPro on Jim right now. That's it. Just want to know what's going on in his head. You know, now's a great time to talk about the StarCityGames.com weekly sale. I'll tell you what. While they're working on something, Jim's getting some music out now. He's trying to. Jim's trying not to laugh. That's what's happening. Look at him. He's trying not to laugh. Up to 75% off select supplies, Patrick, until Monday.
Yeah, head over to go.starcitygames.com/weekly sale. Make sure to be going back once a week to check out what the new sale is. Every Monday, 11 o'clock Eastern time, it gets updated. Right now, 75% off select supplies, playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, binders, whole shebang.
Pengulian Click, a Krogan Crusader, Sarkin Vol, no, it's Sarkin the Dragon Speaker, binder, Ultimate Guard deck case with the Star City logo on it. Gristlebrand sleeves, Squirrel sleeves, 80-pack, all that stuff up to 75% off. Go to StarCityGames.com/weekly sale. New sale coming for you Monday, 11 a.m. East Coast time. Back to the empty seat. Empty-ish seat. I can only imagine what Jody is asking right now. I can only imagine.
I have to imagine he's inquiring about some infraction with a trigger, although it's confusing because then wouldn't you call the judge over to the table?
It's true. True. What are my outs right now? Does Jody have Reverent Silence in his sideboard? He probably only has like a couple grips.
He's got 2 Drop of Honeys, Pithy Needle, 3 grips, 4 Sphere of Resistance, 2 Tireless Tracker, Crucible, Ancient Tomb, Surgical Extraction.
Okay. Okay. Those are cards that are good. Let's see. I got some Twitter questions here.
It looks like play is proceeding.
Okay, I can only imagine. Jody, your teammates dipped. Jim's out. Back to the match. I love the team dynamic.
I do
love
too.
it. All right, here we go. It's time for Miri's Guile. Looks like it's 5. 3 Enchantress Presence, 2 Argothian. So he's going to draw 1, 2. And we're going to start nugging you with words.
Yeah. So I think he's got enough enchantments, enough mana here to just play, dome it out.
So we got some white mana floating here. Okay, so gonna nug you for 6, 3 words triggers.
Now
Okay.
he's got a Utopia Sprawl. He's got 9 mana floating, plus the Nykthos he hasn't touched yet. So just 2 enchantments gets it done from here.
It's a concession-free zone. Nug you for a bunch. And solitary confinement. But you got to do it. Jody Keith ain't conceding, homie. Nug you for a bunch. That's it. Andy Truong gonna win this match over Jody Keith 2-1. That means his team is gonna win this match as Enchantress, Elves, and Grixis Energy